Welcome to Cross Transformation. It's Mariam here, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how to find God in your situation. Maybe you're experiencing a difficult time, maybe you're going through a difficult situation and you don't know how to deal with this stuff anymore. So I want to talk about finding God and how we can realize God's presence in our situation regardless of the difficulty we are experiencing, because when we are focused on the level of difficulty that we are experiencing, we are literally trying to project that difficulty onto God's presence and God's love, and that God is present with us. So today we want to look at the mind of separation and the mind of Christ. So the mind of separation is all about searching, this never-ending search for love, for trust, for safety. And when a situation happens, we find it very difficult to deal with it, to surrender to God's presence in that situation, because the mind of separation, ego's home, is all about the search for God, but it also comes with projecting our limiting beliefs onto God. So we are searching for God in the mind of separation or through the mind of separation, but that search is not going to allow us to realize God's presence, because that search is all about proving to ourselves that we have been abandoned and there is no God, and I'm the only one going through challenging times, and for some reason my life doesn't go well, or there's something wrong with me. And more importantly, the mind of separation is all about proving to ourselves that, you know what, we are victims. I am a victim to my own life experience. So when it comes to finding God, what we are looking for instead is realizing God. And that realization cannot be achieved, cannot be accomplished, cannot take place as long as we are focused on proving to ourselves that we are separated from the wholeness of who we are, from our identity in God, in Christ. So a challenging time does give us the opportunity to go within and heal ourselves and find out who we are in God. But most of the time, the mind of separation, because its identity is in the fruit of separation, is playing this game. It's like find and seek. It's like, there can be God, but guess what? Well, I don't think there is, because if I had God by my side, I wouldn't be experiencing this difficult situation. I wouldn't be having this illness in my life, in my body. I wouldn't be having this financial crisis in my life. So we are so conditioned to proving to ourselves that somehow God doesn't exist, because we have believed that the state of separation is our truth. And we want to arrive at this realization that we have never been abandoned. We do have childhood traumas, and we have been abandoned in our childhood, but in spirit we have never been abandoned, because God is within us and He's present in us, and that is the mind of Christ. The mind of Christ is not about searching for God in our situation. It's not about proving that God exists. It's not about finding a solution to this problem that I'm going through right now. It's about surrendering, knowing that we are the branches. Jesus is the vine and we are the branches, and God is the farmer, the gardener. And through this difficult situation, He is cutting off those branches that are not bearing fruits, that are not fruitful. And since I'm in Jesus, since I'm in Christ, I am making myself at home in His love, in His presence. And because I'm centered in His presence, in His love, in the vine, then this situation is only pruning the branch that I am. It's cutting it off or pruning it so I can become more fruitful. And once we realize this, we'll find ourselves surrendered, because the ego or our ego won't be involved anymore. But that does take some work, surrendering, realizing who we are in Christ, that our identity is not identity crisis, but it is our Christ identity. And the whole time we are journeying with God's consciousness, arriving at the mind of Christ, so we can find ourselves centered in His presence, in His love that is unconditional, so we can receive our breakthrough in that situation. And every situation is leading us towards the realization of who we are in God, and that is how we can find God in our situation. That as a branch, God is making sure that I am going to be fruitful. And you know what? This situation is leading me towards that realization that I am safe, I am loved, I am loved by God, and I can trust this divine intervention that is going to take me forward on my path as a consciousness, so I can journey with God's consciousness in Christ. Bless your soul. Hopefully you'll find this video helpful. Look after your precious soul. It's quite windy today. Sorry for the wind in the background. Look after yourself. Be at peace. Be blessed. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. God bless you.